All right, you guys. Battlefield 1, the first thing you see when you start it up is this screen. How does it make you feel?
Well, you see, I see this thing that says Rush, everything you need to know, and I'm like, Neil Peart's in this game?
Yes, you nailed it. So
Okay,
one
anyway.
thing in this that is instantly better than the PC version of Battlefield 4 is if you see this here, Battlefield 4, they say that they're going to give you this whole overlay thingy, but they really don't. Battlefield 4 on PC, you have to open up a browser window and join everything including the campaign through a browser window. Whereas in
It's like
this you got
mandatory.
this, yeah, it makes it feel like this really unofficial like browser application type thing. Whereas this, you actually got this legit menu. You got quick match, which is awesome, and server browser in case you're one of those nerdy types.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Look at that.
Is Battlefield 4 like the redheaded stepchild of the Battlefield games? Because
Probably.
people like don't. I don't know.
Battlefield 3 was
Because no one
actually
like talks about it really.
like a new entry, whereas Battlefield 4 was kind of Battlefield 3.5.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is
Right.
like Battlefield 4 over 4 minus 1 plus 2 divided by 2. If this was a Kingdom Hearts game, that's what it would be called. But yeah, we wanted to start with the campaign, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll play that first campaign mission quick. It's super short,
Okay.
but it's just a prologue, so you'll see what's going on. But yeah, you got this
But I
really
wanna.
cool world map. This game looks really cool. No loading, you
It
just
does.
zoom right in.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's pretty cool looking. How do
It's
you
got
feel about the aesthetic,
aesthetic.
Tucker?
That's what I wanted to talk about, you guys.
Yeah.
Especially in this mission here. I'll wait until it kind of kicks in.
Hmm. We can
Let the
skip the intro
majesty.
cutscene because I don't think it really does much.
No. It's interesting that it's a black person. Because I feel like none of the other Battlefield games have had black people in any of like the marketing or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd to me that they waited until the World War One game to have like the. Because like on the menu is a black person.
You see, it's symbolic because
Or
he's
like
being
the.
woken up by EA, and he's
It's
African American. All right.
He's
Anyways,
being,
we'll
okay.
stop being racist about Barrett and the gun arm. But Battlefield 1 is based on events that happened over
Over
100 years
100
ago,
years ago.
before video was a thing. And more than 60 million soldiers fought.
Wow, this is
I don't.
starting to sound pretentious.
I don't like this part.
No, I don't like this either.
This is like a movie opening.
This
It's
is
like a
like no,
movie.
it's like the movie ending. Like,
It's like
oh, it's the scene from
That's
Saving
true,
Private
that's
Ryan
true.
where he walks through the graveyard. It's like, ooh, look at the impact, guys. You've never heard this before.
That is
War's
very true.
bad.
it's like History Day. Here's my History Day project on World War One. It was bad.
So guys, we gotta hold
You
the
guys have
line.
History Day? Okay, so here's what I wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
So here's my question.
Mhm.
This section of the game, especially, is like very. When you play this, you realize how much media has drawn from World War One in terms of visuals. Like, oh, it's Terminator 2, or it's like the Animatrix, or it's all these different things that kind of take from this era. And my question is, do you think this is portraying World War One, or is this portraying how other pieces of media have taken from World War One, and this is kind of like it regurgitated at us again through the lens of other people regurgitating?
I feel like this whole section has a certain type of filter to it, which makes all the colors seem very muted. So I don't believe, as far as the color palette's concerned, that this is exactly how it looked. But I feel
Oh,
like
no,
they're
it's
going
not.
for a very specific tone with the kind of filter that they have on here.
Um. Okay, so I think it is, but because I mean, if you think World War One, you think like the black and white movies, All Quiet on the Western Front, stuff like that. Everything's all heavy in tone. Like no one ever talks about World War One with like bright colors or anything like that. What's interesting to me is that there were no trenches
Here or in the movies back then?
here.
Oh, They're kind of in a trench. There's a trench.
Kinda.
There's the
It's like a
trenches.
oh, okay, there we go. Alrighty.
Now you're on a good old-fashioned machine gun.
But
Just
I mean,
like Papa used to make.
like you have a tank just racing across the ground there, and everything's all dark, muddy, and fiery. It's
And there's
like
the Zeppelin.
Yeah, the Zeppelin's kind of wrong, but
Aw.
it's like
But
yeah,
Red Alert.
it looks like the cinema view of World War One. And I mean, a lot of it's going to be this like slugging it out in the trenches and stuff, but it's going to be like standoffs in the trenches.
Well, this part's just stupid because it's like, okay, here's the whole army and you got blown up.
And then I got a shotgun. Shotguns in this game, very powerful.
Shoot those enemies.
Fun fact about the shotguns in World War One, gents. During World War One, the Germans had tried to appeal to ban shotguns because they were seen as too powerful
What about the
And
flamethrower?
Flamethrowers.
and too brutal.
Tell that to Melvin Wayne.
Is it gonna do this for everyone that dies?
Brother
Yep.
of Bruce Wayne.
So this is my big, this is the issue everyone has is they set up this intro where it's like, man, war sucks. And then the rest of the game is like, war is crazy and fun.
I mean, that's because like if I read an interview today with one of the guys at DICE when they were making this game. They were like, we wanted to first and foremost try to make this game fun. And like it was they were like, well, if we need to like decide between history and reality and what's exciting for a video game, they're gonna pick the video game thing.
Are you saying this
And-
game has ludonarrative dissonance?
Well, I mean, it's just like, actually, kinda. It's just, they were talking about how much they wanted to emphasize it being fun, but they just introduced this with the standard issue World War One memoriam.
I also read an article from, you could probably guess where, but anyways, the guy said that he was actually, he found playing the game extremely stressful on multiplayer, and he said that he found it almost terrifying, the fact that he would just run into bullets and instantly die right away, and how it really reflected how the war felt in general, how even if he peeks his head out just a little bit, he's going to end up getting his face blown off.
And then a
Which-
dude's floating on a horse.
It's mostly because he sucks at the game, but...
Oh.
But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, because it doesn't really make sense. But
I mean,
the,
well,
the visual
okay, 'cause-
design and the sound design are superb.
Oh no, like the visual design for this is great. I mean, yeah, and I guess like at this point, when like they're showing towns and stuff, it's going to look like this. Everything's going to be entrenched and stuff. And everything's going to be destroyed, and it does a real good job of presenting that like carnage that like the Western Front left in France. So it's gonna
There's also quite a bit of variety in the settings too. It's not just the Western Front. You've got Egypt. I don't want to be terribly wrong because I'm completely uneducated.
Is that the with the horses?
Yeah,
That's Turkey. That's
Turkey. Okay.
Turkey. That's like Turkey, Syria.
Turkey, Syria. Okay.
That's the Eastern Front during the
Yeah.
war. Not the Eastern Front, the Arab Front. It's like the Arab Rebellion and Lawrence of Arabia and shit.
Okay, yeah. And then you've also got these huge fortresses and like castles in that area, and it's pretty cool stuff. And
Especially
then you've
your
also
tank
got a
got blown up.
forest. Yeah, and then it's gonna say how old he was.
Not this one. This is like the big one.
Oh, that's
This is
right.
like, now the game. Oh no, this is the gas one.
No, the
I don't know,
gas.
man.
That's weird. Okay, because it's saying like that line right there. We were looking for adventure and stuff. That was exactly what like the DICE interview that I read had said they were trying to do with this game. That they wanted to have like the swashbuckling adventure side to like World War One, not the people died and it was for nothing, guys.
Well, that
Kinda.
seems they're trying to get both, and I don't know if you can do both.
I don't think you can.
Is that why the progression is so bad?
We'll get into the progression. The progression is not
Okay.
very good. But yeah, you can shoot people in the first mission and die, which is a ton of fun, right? And the whole
La
gas
la.
mask mechanic, that's another thing that I understand what they were trying to do. I mean, they're trying to make there be gas and stuff, but
It's like
all you have to
it's
do
like
is
an-
slap on a gas mask, and it doesn't even hurt you at first because they give you a chance to put on your gas mask.
It's like a MMO thing or something where it's like, oh no, the boss put down gas, and then you have to do the thing, and then it's like, okay,
yeah, it's
can't aim.
and
I
the
don't
only
know.
thing it does, yeah, is you can't aim down sight, and it reduces your vision a little bit.
Oh, Ruben.
I
Alright,
could
I knew
use
you,
myself a
Ruben.
delicious Reuben right now. Anyway, not
So is like the
Sorry.
entire
food-related
point of
things.
this mission just to die in some sequential order?
That's every mission ever.
Pretty much.
Is this Dark Souls
Okay.
Battlefield?
Look at
Oh,
that zap
another
line.
thing that the guy brought up is, like you said, the disconnect between the multiplayer and the single player. How in this, every time you die, you're coming back alive as a different soldier in the same battalion or whatever, in the same squad. Whereas in multiplayer, you just kind of infinitely die and come back to life. He tried to defend that by saying that there isn't a lot of character customization on offer, and that each character that you come to life as might as well just be another soldier in that battalion. But I still feel
Lame.
like that's kind of just a patch on the problem that is the single player versus the multiplayer.
Well, it seems like they're, what's the wording? They're like they're trying to fit it into the story by making the game less of a game.
Mm.
Like, the solution for me wouldn't be take out the feature where you can customize the character.
The
'Cause that doesn't-
solution would be stinky fart emotes?
Well, you're still coming back to life, so why take out the part where you customize your soldier? It doesn't really affect my... I would rather have a soldier I can customize and then he comes back to life rather than me coming back to life and there being this weird justification for it. Rip Wyeth, right?
Yeah, yeah, well, that's
I
right.
only knew your wife.
Oh my gosh.
I like customization in these games.
You get skins and battle packs because randomization. And
Oh,
probably
but
future
that's
microtransactions.
ahistorical.
Christian, you have to open a battle pack because the opening battle pack cinematic is like the worst thing.
It's the worst. It is terrible. It is absolutely atrocious. They couldn't even program a video of them of like.
This is like...
It's just 3 pictures. That's the whole thing. It's almost like EA called them, was like, "Hey guys, we need some randomization loot. Figure it out."
Right, like it's... yeah. This is dumb.
It is kind of silly. This never happens when you're,
Unless you're playing soccer.
yeah.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Pele! Just out of reach.
I don't know about you guys, but when I'm playing Team Deathmatch and I face another enemy, we both just stare at each other for a while and say, you know what? We don't need to kill each other. This is just a video game.
Yep.
We
And then
are
they
the
give you like this
Marines.
trailer for the game you're about to play. I don't know. This thing's weird.
And then it has to give you the duality. Bound for legend and lost to history.
It's like poetry.
I mean, this is like a Civilization intro movie. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
So beautiful.
hell is other people.
What's he looking up at?
I don't know, Chris.
You won't know until you play the rest of the campaign.
Not gonna
The
happen.
Campagny.
And I gotta be honest with you, I have felt no drive to try and play the rest of the
Yeah.
campaign.
Because it's just Battlefield,
Yeah.
but with
I've-
no people.
Yeah.
So better.
Sure. The
I don't
Titanfall
know.
2
I'd play
campaign,
the rest of
though.
it. I like the aesthetic a lot.
I
Kind of.
guess.
So
don't
when you first play this game, what I would recommend is to jump into some team deathmatch, because this game is not meant for team deathmatch. Team deathmatch is not what Battlefield is, but team deathmatch gives you a good entrance into the feel of the game and the general gist of it. Because if you jump into something bigger, you're easily going to get annoyed at the respawn times and how long it takes for you to run back to where you were before. And there's also operations, which is really freaking cool.
Can I make a counterpoint?
Okay. Yes.
I think you should go straight into Conquest and never ever play Team Deathmatch because it is not a very good Team Deathmatch.
What makes you say it's not good team deathmatch?
Because these games aren't built for that. And you can
Conquest
tell.
is huge.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're built for like Conquest.
You want me to just
Like-
jump into a Conquest?
If you want to do Team Deathmatch, that's fine. But
All right. We'll just jump into Conquest. And then you've got medals, which are basically like weekly resetting challenges, so you get XP for doing other random stuff. So I guess I'll do this one, getting kills with SMGs, because I'm probably going to use an SMG. And so one of the problems with this game is this game obviously isn't built for team deathmatch. There's no real reason to use any class but assault, which is SMGs and shotguns, or maybe
Medic.
support, which is LMGs, because the maps, the TDM maps, aren't big enough for you to snipe, and they aren't big enough for you to effectively use the rifle as the medic, and people are respawn so fast that you can't really heal anyone as the medic as it is either. So the medic
'cause
and
people-
sniper class are basically completely irrelevant in team deathmatch.
The people, they skip the thing, Christian.
They skip what?
Well, when you go down, a medic can come revive you, or you can say,
Yeah.
no, I'll just wait.
Yeah. I've waited a couple times,
Why?
but medics just, they just go. So you can join a squad. Squad just gives you more XP when you do stuff with your squad, and then the squad leader can tell you to do objectives and stuff. Alright, so we'll hop in here with a shotgun on assault. We'll see what's going on, jump right into the action. We got
Okay.
a tank over here. You know, that's World War One, and we blew up.
Okay.
And that's Battlefield 1, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video.
I like the part with the war.
Oh, it was great, but war.
War
The
never
great war.
changes.
Oh,
The
you
war
got
to
it.
end
So I'm
all
going to switch to SMG here. You've got 4 classes, obviously, that you pick from down here. And then you get to pick your primary, secondary, and then you've got a couple of gadgets that they call them. So I got a tank gun, an anti-tank grenade, because vehicles, especially tanks, are super annoying. They have way too much health. I don't like it. But I guess it's understandable so that you don't blow the tanks up right away. And then you can also, like, you have 3 custom classes that you get to choose from for each class, which is just a loadout. And then you get to slap some camos on those suckers, or maybe buckhorn sights instead of iron sights to make it look all curly
Ooh.
Q. And then
Yes, please.
yeah. But yeah, the thing that I really like about this is that the guns, there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. And then there's like one that you get right at the end, which takes forever to get to. But yeah, there's only 5 guns that just have basically different, what would be attachments in a Battlefield 4. They're completely different weapons. And I don't really feel any reason to even get the different kinds of weapons, to be honest with you, because they just kind of switch a stat a little bit more. But yeah, like, there's barely any guns compared to a Battlefield 4, which had so many guns that make you feel so overwhelmed. And I understand that some people might not like that because it's a bit more casual than what people are used to with Battlefield, but I'm totally okay with that. Because the Battlefield game that I played the most was 1943, which was a $15 console game.
I'm proud of you for admitting that, Christian.
But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, this game feels a lot more like Battlefront than it does Battlefield 4.
Yes, I can agree with that.
But
Definitely.
is that a bad thing?
Yes.
It is a bad thing.
What?
I don't think Battlefront was very good.
I think it was able to do the take what was good about Battlefront, which is, I mean, the gameplay in this is at least a little more fleshed out, which is really nice.
Oh, for sure. This is much better than Battlefront.
Yes, and there's much more map variety, which was also a huge problem in Battlefront, because it was just desert map, snow map, kind of lava-y map.
Jakku.
Yeah.
Soloist.
And Jakku, which is just another desert map. Which I guess
Yeah.
Tatooine.
this is kind of like that, but there's more than one kind of desert map.
That's just Earth, man. You can't get around it.
Yeah.
Where's the Cloud City?
This looks like Cloud City, right? There's a,
Yeah.
there's a
Where's my teddy bears?
desert and stuff.
We're
Yeah.
throwing my empires.
There's planes. Michael likes planes.
I love planes.
Yeah,
it's
you
true.
like planes.
The planes are fun.
I
Are they?
really don't like how planes control with keyboard and mouse. It really peeves me.
Oh.
Because in order to look around, you have to move the mouse, and you have to like keep dragging the mouse and bringing it back up and dragging it down again, which is
Oh.
this really annoying thing. But yeah, apparently some people are just fine with it because they destroy me with planes, which is cool.
I usually just fly it right into a mountain. And then
That's usually the best way to go about
bad
things.
about
The
myself.
SMG has ridiculous range. It's
Like that?
ridiculous.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The range on the SMG is probably better than the range on the medic's assault rifles, because I feel like I can't hit anything with the medic's semi-automatic rifles ever. I feel like I have way better accuracy just burst firing with an SMG than I do with a medic rifle.
Apparently.
I mean, you're doing stuff with it. That's good.
That guy's on fire.
Yeah, he was.
War as hell.
Bad guys.
Oh my god, Christian. Settle down a little bit.
Well, you know, see, I just got blown up. It is
I
what it
War
is.
wasn't
can't
fun,
wait
Christian.
until some pro team sees this video and they're like, Christian, join our
Just don't get
EA
in a plane.
posse.
In a game like the way they handle healing in this just reminds you of how amazing Overwatch's healing mechanics are.
Yeah.
Because you really, I mean, everyone has health bars above them, but you have to really look for them, and you also have to really, sometimes the game doesn't tell you when someone's dead and you can heal them, which is super annoying.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, he
whoa!
booted up. Where'd he go? He's down here. There he is. Oh, he's done.
So my question was,
Yeah.
I was playing on console.
Okay.
Do you feel like on PC there is any kind of teamwork going on? Is there like chat happening?
I have almost never ran into some people actually voice chatting. I did like once on release day. But yeah, for Battlefield, that is something that very rarely happens. Whereas in Counter-Strike, if you don't have a mic, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
But in this, yeah, I've never... Oh, geez, there's people everywhere.
I mean,
But
how
in-
else are you gonna share the dank memes and
Yeah, and
tell
this
someone's grandpa?
teamwork is something that doesn't really happen that often. I mean, it helps because
So-
you can spawn in your squaddies.
That's
There's no like
Is-
text chat or anything?
has
no.
Battlefield been it's been predominantly a team-based game though, I thought.
Yes. Yes, it's usually
Always.
people just, like, going on their voice program of choice and then just grouping up that way instead of actually meeting with
Oh.
randos.
Ventrilo.
Does the game have a way to facilitate that, or?
Yeah, the game has in-squad chat, so you can voice chat with your squaddies, but people don't really do that. I don't know if you can voice chat with people that aren't in your squad, but it might be a possibility. I got shreked by a sniper.
Sweet, sweet Shrekage,
Now, the
baby.
sniping in Battlefield games is something that seems a lot more challenging, but also a lot more rewarding and satisfying as a result than like a Call of Duty.
Christian, you're not. You guys are kind of.
Yeah, we are dying bad. This is why I don't. This mode just isn't very fun to me. I don't.
Oh, I like it.
There's
You have objective apples.
I know there's objectives everywhere, and you just kind of get pigeonholed into this corner, and then you just end up dying over and over again because you can't kill all the people with the fancy vehicles. That's
Maybe you
how
just need
this
to
ends
get
up
good.
feeling for me. See this guy way over there,
I mean, you are sniping with a machine gun. a
and
submachine
I
gun,
got him.
And it's.
and it's working.
Yeah, I feel like I usually play medic and they've got that rifle, and I feel like you have to lead your target really a lot.
Yes, bullet travel is something that you definitely have to take into account in a Battlefield game, whereas in a Call of Duty game, the bullet just kind of hits wherever you're aiming, no matter how far away it is. For the most part, I think. They haven't changed that, have they?
I
don't-
say, Lieutenant Christian,
Lieutenant Dan?
I say, do you have anti-tank grenades?
I do, actually.
How do you take out a tank? What's like the counters for?
Usually
The,
it's this anti-tank gun that you have to be prone to use. That's what I've used the most. Because it has the most range, and if you get anywhere close to a tank, you're probably dead. You were probably dead 5 seconds ago. But yeah, isn't that lovely? That's just great.
And you can get like in a bomber and like bomb them. If
That's
you're
true.
Much better at this than I am.
Yes. There's lots of anti-air weapons,
Yeah.
though.
I was playing, a dude was just sitting in a turret, and there wasn't even any bad guys around. He was just shooting into the air for like
Exactly.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's
God bless him.
That's how it works, man. But yeah, this is just... I don't have a lot of fun with this. You see,
Yeah.
you try to get out of the way, you just die. And then I switched to a sniper, and I can maybe see one of them, but then they run away before I can do anything to them. Here, I'll switch to a sniper. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Oh, no, but there's a train coming.
Is there?
Yeah.
And so you can, hopefully you'll be
What
able
do the
to
trains
see
do?
how bullet drag is affected. So
Yeah,
how
it's rough.
you have to sight in your sniper for longer distances, because the bullet drop is a thing. So you can sight it to 3 set distances. Basically close, far, and very super far.
Yeah, but it's in meters, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah, who knows?
That's made up distance. I don't know.
Yeah. That's... Even though they make more sense than miles or whatever.
How far is a meter? That's like yay long, no?
That's like a little less than a yard?
It's like a beer can, right?
It is a little yet less than a yard, right?
I don't know. A yard is such a weird measurement because it's like 3 feet.
Is that how
So
long
why
it
not
is?
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no
So
idea.
why not just say it in feet?
Because football.
Okay. 300
Were
feet.
you really gonna say 30-foot line? That's silly.
That sounds awesome, though. That sounds like a movie about World War One.
Yeah, about this?
We gotta defend the 30-foot line, gentlemen. Christian's our crack sniper.
And you see, the things about snipers is when they're really far away, you can see the little scope glint.
I know, it's awesome.
So were snipers a thing in World War One, Michael?
Yes.
They
Yes,
were,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes. They weren't very... Yeah. They were more of a psychological weapon at the time, though. Like, you'd have trenches dug in. And I mean, if someone decides to watch this and pick this apart and tell me that I'm wrong, my understanding of it, you feel free to, but my understanding of it is that, yes, snipers were
There's
very
a sniper
real.
glint.
They were primarily used as like a psychological weapon, like to keep people's heads pinned down in the trenches, keep everything,
Mm-hmm.
like keep this like fear of like a certain death
Harambe?
within the enemy, within Harambe memes.
Well, actually, Michael, if I may.
Technically.
Fun fact: the final death of World War I was a sniper. Was a sniper kill.
Shot heard round the world.
Or you know.
You can set up little sniper decoys, which I think is hilarious.
Oh, that's true.
You put a little head on a stick with a little helmet on, and they'll be like,
Yeah. Yeah. I blew up. Yeah. Oh, and there's also the train. See, I don't understand how these big vehicles work in this game mode, but in operations they're handled very well.
For this one, it seems like they just show up and kind of.
Yeah, just
Shoot it.
destroy your life. But in operations, so operations is basically, there's snipers everywhere right now. But operations is this much more, you like choose a battle, major, or like a front? I don't know, what exactly do you choose?
You just want to hop into that?
You
Sure,
pick a front.
yeah, I'll do that. 'Cause this isn't really doing me any good. So, yeah, you do pick a battlefront?
Oh, Christian, when have you been working for EA? When
Huh?
did this start?
Titanfall 2.
A large-scale war spanning several maps. So I guess, yeah. So you pick a theater, if you will.
Here's my question, Christian.
Yeah.
Who's got the time, man?
Who's got the time? Oh, I know.
Yeah,
The
did you
first
see
time I
that-
played, I jumped into one of these, and it was like an hour and a half long, and I'm like, whoa.
That's too long.
I don't know. I feel like it's just long enough so that you can sit down and just enjoy one good old operations map for the road.
I can't do that.
I like this one because this one has jungle and it's got Americans and Germans. It's kind of like World War II, so we'll do this one.
This is what I know. Oh,
Yeah,
it's the
I
Nazis.
is smart, right? So you got these battle packs, right? And the battle
Yeah,
packs,
oh.
you get these random guns, and then this
Or
is
puzzle
this is
pieces.
this week's battle pack. And basically all you get are white skins. That's all I've ever gotten. I've gotten one legendary and one blue, and I've opened probably 50 of these. But
That's
yeah,
because
so
you're not buying the superior battle packs.
yeah, and then you can sell any battle packs that you get for currency, which is whatever, no, scraps. I'm sorry, scraps. And then you buy a battle pack with scraps if you want to. I'm saving up for the superior battle pack, so I get a 100% chance at a legendary skin. And also the possibility for a puzzle. And puzzles are absolute crap because those are even rarer than legendaries, and you need 5 pieces to actually make one. So that's absolute poop. And then you get to see your inventory, which is lovely.
But can you do anything from that inventory screen?
No,
'Cause I was
you
like,
cannot.
oh, it's
You
my
cannot do
guns.
anything from there except sell your stuff.
It's so weird.
It feels super tacked on, and it doesn't feel really awesome. But yeah, operations mode is awesome. You get this little intro which sets the scene, and then it freezes on PC, and then it goes in fast motion. But yeah, it's this
There's
really
a man
cool
in the
thing.
back. He said everyone attack and it turned into a ballroom blitz.
Yeah, they're really playing that name up. It's like they're really proud
Yeah,
of
it's
that
still
name.
on the screen.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz.
So they're an army of the living dead because they needed to grab onto the coattails of The Walking Dead, which is coming back up on its next season lately. So, okay, so yeah, the operations mode is basically a bunch of games in one, and it spans several maps. Shoot, I'm still... Okay, no, I'm not a sniper. Okay, so yeah, it starts out... This is really freaking awesome. I love this so much. So there's whistles blowing, all of your troops are screaming, and you're basically charging headfirst into this point while people shoot at you. And you're completely defenseless. And I just needed a dude.
Sick.
So yeah, now I'm in the trenches. Trenches are a very safe place to be. Machined a dude. That guy laid down.
I, for one, don't appreciate the ahistorical image of an American using a German submachine gun.
Oh, is that
Michael,
what it
it's
is?
and historical.
It's ahistorical.
Was
and
the MP18?
It's ahistorical.
And
MP18 German?
It's ahistorical.
And historical.
So yeah, this gives you a
Who's
much
Anne?
better sense of fighting this full-scale war, and they're actually holed up in trenches, and then you have to come out of your trenches. It's really awesome. You die a lot,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That ragdolling. That was...
but... Oh, I actually got healed.
Whoa.
And I'm stuck in
whoa.
debris now because I ragdolled into the debris. Because war never
Thanks,
changes.
EA.
Don't worry, we're
Dude.
fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Okay,
I'm
we're
just
gonna
always-
we're gonna run around here.
You got this, Spencer, you got this.
We're
I'm always
gonna-
interested in like where these games go, and I just don't. It doesn't seem like. I think there's a guy right at your feet there. Oh,
Someone
it's-
else killed him. It's
Nice.
fine. So do they go
Like-
to the future or do they go to space?
That's not really what I meant. I meant like a year from now. What like? Do they do like esports of this game? Because it seems so like random and like. Maybe it's just because I'm bad at it.
I'm
but it
not
just
so
seems
sure.
like
This game definitely does seem a little casual to be an esports thing.
Yeah.
Kind
I don't
of
know
like
if I'd-
Battlefront. Battlefront
Yeah.
definitely seems a little too casual to be an esports thing. But I don't know.
I don't
It
know.
can't just exist as a thing you have fun with.
I guess, yeah. I feel like the way the systems work, it kind of isn't fun in the same way that other shooters are fun.
Okay.
It's fun from like it's like an experiential fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
I
Like
stabbed
the
that
act
dude.
of. That's true. The act of shooting people isn't as fun as I think it is in other games. It's more of the fact that like, oh, I'm in this field and there's like bombs dropping and stuff. Is
I
happening.
love the act of shooting people in this game. I love how they squirm. I love the hit marker sound. I love the sound of a kill and the little sound of the 100 points that you get after you kill someone. It's all so satisfying and it all comes together so well. Oh, that sound. That little ting sound. It's almost like a cash register cashing out, you know? That's almost what it sounds like. It sounds amazing. I love it.
Okay.
Here's your change, governor.
Do you know how Overwatch made their hit marker sound?
That's
No.
a really specific question. No, I don't.
No? The sound, excuse me, of a beer can opening.
That's awesome. And it works.
Oh.
Hey, apparently there's a dude in there. Oh, and you get
Overwatch is a really
service
good game.
stars, which is like every 100 kills you get with a weapon, you get the service star, and whenever you kill someone, it shows up on the kill cam like, oh, that guy's gotten so much kills with that weapon. That guy must be pretty good with it.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know,
yeah,
man.
it's kind of a big deal. I've been using this weapon for a while, so it's kind of a big deal because it's basically the only progression that's in this game. The next time I'll die, I'll talk about how terrible the progression is some more.
Okay.
Next time you die, I might have to check out of this little WeView.
That sounds good, Michael, but the progression's terrible, Michael. You have to know that much.
Okay. I mean, I've heard stories from YouTube, but
But yeah, I'm actually doing pretty well here.
no, this is. I really like the aesthetic to this.
The game
It
looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It
tonally it's weird, but I think they really pulled off what they were going for.
Absolutely.
My question is, do you think it's more World War One, or is it World War Two? A World War Two game set in World War One?
I think it could be more World War One.
I felt like when they said alternate history World War One, we were gonna get a bunch of this futuristic crap thrown in there that I was gonna be really annoyed by. But it seems like they threw things in there to make it fun gunplay while trying to maintain the general feel of the war to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, as far as alternate history goes, it doesn't really seem like it's that. It's just that, oh, now you have these guns that didn't exist in World War One, but were around that general time anyway, so it's not a big deal. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, the progression in this game is awful. You level up in general, which all it does is give you these war bonds, which are in the upper corner here, and all that lets you do is buy new weapons, and you have to be a certain level with a class in order to unlock more weapons. So see here, with the medic I'm ranked 0, so I don't have any of the weapons unlocked with it yet, except for the ones that are unlocked by default. And as you see here, you need to be level 1, 2, 3, and then the next unlock for the class is all the way at level 10. Which is pretty, let's be honest, it's very stupid, and it's pretty ridiculous, because there's no progression between class rank 3 and 10.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that seems really.
And it takes a really long time to level up your class. Basically, all I've been playing is Assault for the past 20 hours, and I'm almost level 8 with it. So, yeah. That's how terrible the progression is, but the game's fun to play. I mean,
Keeps you coming back.
I am
though.
very slowly accomplishing something while I'm killing all these people, and I feel completely okay with that. Whereas in Titanfall 2, I'm quickly accomplishing so many things at once.
That's what I want.
I don't know,
I don't have patience.
I
Well, here's my question then, Christian.
yes.
If you weren't accomplishing anything
Mhm.
slowly, would that be worse? Would that be better?
That is a very good question that I wish I had the answer to, and I will
Okay.
probably be able to answer once I get to level 10 with this class, because then I'm
Okay.
going to start contemplating my existence.
Then the emptiness just washes over you.
Yes, exactly.
It's
Then it'll start to set in a little bit more, and I feel like that does happen pretty often sometimes. Whereas in
Yeah.
Call of Duty, you could just reset the whole wheel, just prestige, do it all again. Why not?
But it's not. I don't like prestiging because it's like, it just shows you how empty the entire thing is. Where it's just
Yeah.
like, now do it again.
But do it
it
again,
won't
again. Do
change.
it for the emblems. Do it for the custom class slot, which you
Join
could just buy with
ops.
real money now anyway.
Yeah.
Call of Duty has become microtransaction ridden, and so will this game soon become.
Yeah.
So
You
it's the
can't-
way of all video games.
You
'Cause-
can't buy war bonds, right? It's not
Yeah,
like-
as of right now, you can't buy war bonds, and I do not think you can buy scrap or battle packs. But
Okay.
there is a store link that currently leads to nothing, which I'm guessing will lead to either the ability to buy battle packs or the ability to buy scrap. Which will be a
that's
very
it.
depressing day indeed, but
Yeah,
It's
well,
EA
it's
we're
interesting
talking about
because the progression is so poor. Like, why would you buy that stuff?
yeah. And
Like,
the battle
each one
packs are
individually
completely
is like-
random. You don't...
Yeah.
I feel like... I think if you do better in a game, you have a higher chance of getting one, but that's just complete speculation. I have no idea.
Yeah, because it just shows you a bunch of people who got battle packs, and it's like, oh, I guess I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I'll do better next time.
Yeah, and as you see in operation, so as you said earlier, it's this very long drawn out thing. So we lost the first round. We weren't able to take both of the points in time before our respawn counter ran out. So it'll show this little thing. It'll be like, wow, the Americans did very poorly. And then basically you have two attacks. So basically you have two more battalions to try and attack them with. And the losing team gets this big old airship. It's a different thing in each level. It's called the Behemoth. So it basically is super powerful and lets you blow peeps up. But it's also kind of hard to use because like the bullet drop on this, it does a lot of damage, but it still has bullet drop, so you kind of have to aim a little bit maybe.
Like so.
Yeah,
oh my
exactly.
God.
Like so. But yeah, so the attacking team gets 3 battalions, and then the defending team, usually the game takes place across 2 to 3 maps. And then the defending team, if they lose, it'll just go to the next map.
That was a nice shot.
I know, jeez. I don't understand how that worked.
That was crazy.
That was pretty impressive. But yeah, that's basically what operations mode is it's a bunch of smaller games spanning large maps with lots of players. And usually I hate playing with this many people because it feels like you're not really doing anything. And it feels like you're just getting lost in the mass of other people that are playing. But in this it actually feels kind of large scale and like fun. Have you ever played MAG on the PlayStation 3? The game that bragged that it had 128 player battles or something ridiculous like that?
No, I wish because it's not up anymore, right? It's
No,
like
the servers are now down, so
Okay.
you will have to
I
go back in time in order to suck at that one, Tucker.
It's, yeah.
You'll
Don't
never
say
be able to
things
play
like-
every game.
No, I will. Shut up.
I bayoneted that
Yeah!
dude.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Well, I think that's about all I have to say about this game so far. What about you guys? Any final thoughts, impressions, complaints?
Michael, you go first.
I would like to say that I'm way okay with the way it's playing with like
How
like
I'm spawning in the
history
air
and
like this? Totes World War One authentic.
yeah, like stuff like that. Like, I like how it's doing that because I feel like an authentic World War One game would be kind of boring.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I don't think it's got a lot of momentum going to it, which is actually very atypical of what you'd think World War One was.
Yeah.
But
Because I was under the impression that World War One sitting in a trench.
it usually was, yeah.
But it's alternate
like-
history, so you get to run around with guns and do shenanigans like running around on horses.
And shoot things out of a blimp.
Yeah, and have incredibly accurate
Submachine guns with
submachine
bayonets.
guns. Oh, it's
Anyway.
a beautiful thing.
That's just my thought. I kind of have to get rolling here.
Oh yeah, we're basically done here. Thank you for coming, Michael.
Always a pleasure.
It was beautiful.
Tucker, any thoughts?
Good night, Michael. I was just gonna say, this doesn't. I mean, you pop into a map and like, oh, dudes are jumping into tanks, and then there's just a guy hiding in the corner of this house with nothing in it, and he shoots you when you walk in the door. Like, it's not any less World War One than like Battlefield 1942 was,
World War II.
or was not World War II. Yeah, or it's just like this isn't portraying warfare. It's portraying like an online multiplayer game in a setting, and that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, okay. On the same note, though, I feel like at least that mission we did kind of takes a tone that it's more than that.
Yeah, but that doesn't extend to the multiplayer for me at all.
No, it does. It doesn't look like it does. It just seems like it wants to take this serious. Like, war is bad, guys. Now jump out of a blimp and bayonet dudes.
Word. Like, if you only play the single player, I'm sure you would have a vastly different experience with this game.
Absolutely,
if you played
yeah.
the multiplayer.
I feel like you can't deny that.
Game looks kind of cool though.
It's a ton of fun.
And you see, we just
Seems
took
like
that
it's a nice-
sector, so now
Yeah.
everyone is just yelling charge, and we're just charging at these next points, getting ready, just running into all these explosions.
Seems like it's a nice break from space and robots and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. The destruction is awesome.
Yes.
Like when you're in that windmill and like it's a windmill, and then as the match goes on, it's just slowly becoming less of a windmill.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
And then
the
you're just, like,
destruction of Bad Company 2 is back.
And it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Because I don't know. It's like I've played Battlefield 3 and stuff, and like map destruction in those game in that one felt kind of hokey and like gimmicky.
Hmm.
And this seems more like, welcome to World War One. We're destroying this French town. To get
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
It never feels like it's like over the line or like.
Yeah.
It just feels like stuff blown up, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I gotta clock out, guys.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Michael.
Bye.
Goodbye.
But Tucker, I'm on this wicked kill streak right now.
Hey man, keep going.
Should
I'm
I?
along for the ride.
Next time
Yeah.
I die, dude, then we'll call it.
No, you gotta finish this match or this whatever you call it.
This is gonna
Whatever
take forever.
Oh.
It'll
just
probably
mean
take a
this-
while.
this
We won't
push
have to.
me, this push
We
me.
won't make ourselves finish it.
I had a question for you.
Yes.
Have you run into an issue after a match where it, like, okay, so on Xbox One,
Yep.
which is where I was playing,
Ooh.
after a match, it would say press Y to exit,
Hmm.
or press Y to quit. But then 20 seconds into the results screen, that button would disappear.
Yes.
Does that happen on PC?
Yes. It is an
Is there-
engine problem where
Okay,
the game is unable to quit while the next map is loading.
that seems bad.
Yes, that is bad. That is something people have definitely complained about. That they
Okay.
have said it is an engine problem, and they said the best that they can do is that you can queue up a quit so that the game will automatically quit as soon as the next map is loaded.
Weird.
So yeah, they said that's the best that they can do, unfortunately. It is definitely
But
a
people,
problem.
DICE said that?
Yes.
The best they can do?
Yes.
They can't? Okay. I don't know, I thought I was missing something.
No. No.
Like, yeah. The UI is
Customization also, you can only do certain things in certain parts of the game, which is also annoying. Like that one screen that I was on, and you were like, "Can you even do anything else on this? The battle packs menu? No, you can't."
Yeah. I don't know.
It feels like certain things are just completely missing, of certain menus at least.
Which is odd because the way this game looks is like amazing.
Yeah, the engine is
But then there's, like-
very, very well optimized.
There's like little rough edges everywhere where if you look at it, it's like, oh, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's true. It's sad.
does.
What's your opinion on the health bar in Battlefront?
The health bar in Battlefront.
The health bar. The big old red health bar.
I don't know.
At first, I really freaking hated it, and then they emphasized it to a much lesser extent now,
Okay.
because they've added a lot of patches in the past like 5-6 months that I did not play the game,
Okay.
and the health bar is now emphasized to a, like I said, much less extent, because
Okay.
I feel like it's this ugly big red bar that feels like it's
Oh.
really in contrast to the polish of the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Or like the visuals themselves, it makes it feel like this really polished game. But the health bar is just this ugly red thing.
Well, I thought the whole red screen because you got shot was meant to kind of replace the health bar.
Oh, that's true. But you still have health bar.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there'll be times where like, man, I'm almost about to die, and I'll look at my health and it'll be like at 54, and then like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then like you throw the med packs at people, and they just kind of like fly through the air in a really weird way, and then
Physics.
yeah, I don't know. Parts of this game are weird, but it's still really satisfying to be like, health for you, health for you, health for you.
Yeah, it's really satisfying to bayonet a dude
Yeah.
and then look at his face, or like stab him in the back of
Oh
the
my
head,
God.
and then knee his face off of your bloodied bayonet.
Yep.
That's
And then
awesome.
think about all his ancestors he won't have anymore because he's dead.
Exactly.
They can't play this game anymore.
And then watching people run over your dead body. I
Look
feel
at
like that's
this
a good
tank.
place to end this.
This tank just chilling in this like alcove, and now you're inside it. Ah!
Someone running
Look at
over
this
my
tank.
dead body.
What is it doing?
It's flamethrowing and shooting. I'm pretty sure this is kosher.
That tank
I'm
doesn't
almost
like trees at all.
100% sure this is kosher. Okay.
I'll never forget you, tank.